Yeah. What you got going on today?
So I'm brewing a Mexican lager.
Ooh.
Yeah, extremely complicated grain bill. It has 9 pounds of Pilsner and 8 ounces of Munich 10.
Oh, wow.
And that's it. So,
Nice.
yeah, so this one's actually, it's a clone recipe of Mexican lager, L-O-G-G-R-E-R, from Ska. So it has quite a bit of hops in it, as with many Ska beers, and I found it in Zymurgy. I'll put a link somewhere.
Yeah. So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious. That's an awesome beer, so.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, awesome.
Right. Okay. Happy Homebrew Wednesday! I'm Mike.
I'm Jesse.
And we're Co-Brew Talk, or Colorado Brew Talk.
Yep.
So tonight we're talking about a Mexican lager. I'm going to give you the recipe for it. This one was a little different because I used pressure fermentation.
We'll talk about that a little bit. I have questions.
So, oh, it hissed.
Oh, it did.
That's good,
I heard it.
So this one, I actually got the recipe from the AHA, and they had a clone recipe for Mexican lager, L-O-G-G-E-R, from Ska Brewing.
Ska Brewing in Durango? Is that where they're from?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's delicious, by the way.
Yeah, it's a great beer.
Yeah.
So, pretty clear.
It is. Yep, that's pretty, and yeah.
Yeah. And it fermented out in about a week. So, I picked up a Fermzilla not too long ago. And I think for like December time frame, I got the pressure cap for it. And I've been hearing and reading a lot of stuff about pressure fermentation. So I was anxious to try one.
That's really good. So, about a week. And so you fermented this at what temperature?
70.
That's crazy.
Yeah, fermented at 70. It was done in about a week.
That's insane, man. There are no off flavors on this at all.
Yeah, 70,
super clean.
70 degrees, 15 psi. And a friend in the homebrew club, Ed Carlson, he gave a whole presentation at one of our education sessions about pressure fermentation, and he gave me the tip to charge it up. And I'll throw some pictures in here while I'm talking too. But so you put in the wort, pitch your yeast, charge it up to 15 psi, put on your spunding valve, set it up, and just let it go.
You set the spunding valve to adjust that to whatever pressure you want it to maintain, right? And it just stays there.
And I think I do it on a keg, usually beforehand, but you can do it just as easily on the Fermzilla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the All Rounder that you
as long as you're not too high anyway. But I serve most of my beer about 15 psi, so it's not hard to just turn it up a little bit.
That was really good. Really corny.
Yeah.
It is like super corny.
Yeah. So this recipe is pretty straightforward. It's, let's see, how many gallons is this? I don't know. It's this many gallons. Okay. So it's 9 pounds of Pilsner, German Pils, 8 ounces of Munich Malt 10L, 10 Lovibond, and then you get 1 ounce of Tettnang, 1 ounce of Tettnang at 50 minutes, 1 ounce of Tettnang at 30 minutes, 1.5 ounces of Saz at 5, and 1 ounce of Tettnang again at 5 minutes. So, and then it was fermented with WLP 940. That's White Labs Mexican Lager.
Yeah. So, wow.
And I'll put a link right here, or at least mention what either the URL for the article about it, because there's 3 other beers in there. They had Mexican Light Lager, Amber Lager, and Dark Lager.
Oh.
And then they have this clone recipe. Yeah. And I'd like to do all 3 of them.
Yeah, no kidding.
This one is Lucky Day Mexican Lager, named after, oh crap, who's the guy? From Jerk. Steve Martin. From Steve Martin, named after Steve Martin's character in Three Amigos.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So, and we'll have the recipe down in the show notes if you didn't catch it while I was reading it off. And they had some really good content in the article about what you should do with your water. It's like very, very soft water. Soft. There's very little in the water except like Camden and calcium, I think, or Camden and chalk.
Okay.
And yeah.
So kind of like a Hellas or something like that comparably.
Yeah.
So how long did you boil
Yeah,
it?
calcium chloride and gypsum is the only thing that was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not a whole lot. So I mean,
Okay.
I think it's probably got close to the mineral content like it pills.
Mhm.
You know, you want something a little harder to focus to show off the hops.
Yeah. How long did you boil it for? Do you remember?
90 minutes.
Was it 90
That's
minutes?
my rule.
Yeah. Well, with
Yeah.
the pills. Yeah. I was wondering if the pressure fermentation would keep the DMS at bay. But I mean, it's good to just boil it in 90 minutes and just not worry about it.
Yeah, I've been burned too many times with
Yeah.
DMS.
Yeah.
If it's pills, it's got to boil for 90
Yeah,
minutes.
that's just all there is to it.
And take that cover off of your pot when you're chilling it, so all the
With the
diacetyl stuff and DMS can get out.
DMS precursors go
Yeah.
away, baby.
Yeah, that's okay though, huh?
It's really good.
Yeah.
What's ABV on that?
ABV's like 5%.
Oh, I would not have
4.9.
guessed.
I should have written this down. I'm relying on Beersmith's web interface, which I can never find much of nothing on it. The original gravity's like 1046,
Okay.
and the final gravity's 1009. Yeah, ABV's 4.9%.
Okay.
And then it's like 29.3 IBUs.
Interesting. Okay. If anything, I would think that might be a little under attenuated, maybe. But that's just because
Yeah,
it's so sweet.
1009 though. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, that corn is just popping. That's crazy. That's really
So
good.
if you have any, we should probably do a longer episode on pressure fermentation. And I've been playing around with it and experimenting here and there. So we'll give you more information when we have it. I know I just learned recently that the Fermzilla has a date stamped on it, and after that date, you're supposed to check it for leaks before you use it. The one I got must have been back in the corner of the warehouse because it's already past the date.
Oh man.
So
that'd
it's like,
be annoying.
man.
Yeah. Well, but you haven't noticed any problems with it.
No.
So,
And I'll be honest, a lot of people are doing pressure fermentation to kind of get their lagers done in time. I mean, there's really three reasons you would do it. One, to get your lager done at ale temps.
Mhm.
2, to get it done faster because you're at ale temps. Or 3, if you're doing a hoppy beer, to kind of keep the hops in the wort or in the beer.
Yeah.
I'm not in a particularly big hurry, so I don't know if I'd be pressure fermenting for speed.
Yeah.
So
See, and I look at the speed thing as kind of a side effect of doing the pressure fermentation to keep the funky flavors that you get from fermenting too high at bay.
yeah.
Right, and that just so happens that it just makes it go faster. So
Yeah, well,
But,
and
yeah.
you don't have to do a diacetyl rest because, hey, it's already at 70.
it's already there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It seems like a win-win-win
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. And if you don't have to lager it that long either.
Yeah.
I'd really be interested to do a lager, like now, and then in 4 months, do one in the pressure fermenter and try them
compare
side by side.
Yeah, with the same recipe.
Yeah.
That would be a good experiment. Yeah.
And this is the one we brewed together for the pale ale. Or I brewed when you made your pale ale at
Yeah.
your place. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was. Wow. Yeah, that was done really fast then.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, because that pale ale.
Oh, I've been drinking it forever now. I was like, we better get this episode done
Yeah,
soon.
otherwise it'd be gone. Yeah.
Although I do have a 2-liter bottle full to give you.
Oh, darn.
Because I had like 5 gallons and 2 liters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. That's delicious. There's that's neither here nor there. I had another Mexican lager somewhere, and I'll tell you about that off camera. I went to I'll just tell you now. It's someplace up in Fort Collins, and I ordered a taster. I had a flight, and they had a Mexican lager. I was like, oh, try that, and man, theirs had just a smidge more corn. It almost tasted like. It reminded me of the chips and salsa.
Oh, yeah.
Cobstone. It was that corny, and yours is almost there. Not
Almost
quite,
there, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, oh shoot, this is.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really like it. I mean,
Yeah.
until I tried craft Mexican lagers, my only Mexican lagers were like Corona and, Negro Modelo.
Yeah.
And like Negro Modelo, I really enjoyed until I had, a Vienna lager, craft Vienna lager.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is watery.
Yeah, and I mean, Corona's not really a Mexican lager. That's a lager made in Mexico. And I don't know if it's supposed to be a Mexican.
Well, I think it is, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
because
just my
I mean,
opinion.
most Mexican lagers have their roots in German lagers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying that's See, when I think of Mexican lager like this, I'm thinking it's, uses the Mexican lager yeast, and it has very pronounced corn.
Well, actually, the Mexican
Corn.
lager yeast is sourced from Modelo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about Corona.
Yeah, I don't know what Corona's yeast is.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so if if we're wrong, let us know.
I'd be curious to know.
If you're in Mexico and you have a whole pile of good lagers, send them to us.
Yeah, really, we'll be happy to taste test them. But yeah, the last time I had Corona, though, was on here, and it was so
it's
skunky.
terrible.
I couldn't taste anything.
Especially when it warms up.
Oh man, that was terrible. I don't know how people drink.
That's why they put the limes in it.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, it's a good job. This is awesome. This is delicious. Yep, very happy. So I know. So come up with some more information about pressure fermentation. I think be interested in hearing it.
Yeah, well, hopefully I threw some pictures in here.
Yeah.
This is the pressure lid. That's about it. I guess that's all I got.
We'll see.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Cheers.
And I will care this much.
I'm like,
Brew two! Gosh, son of a... I can't believe they actually left that in there. They uploaded them fighting. That's so bizarre. Why would they do that?
See me go. And then like arm. Okay.
Legs coming up. Ugh. Thanks for watching our video. Check out our website at coloradobrewtalk.com for more great content.
While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment or drop us a line with your thoughts.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at CO Brew Talk, or follow the links below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future content.
Or episodes, as the case may be.